This is the stuff that nightmares are made of. A young woman is lying in bed asleep when suddenly her phone begins to glow. She's in a dark room and the glowing screen is the only light illuminating her sleeping face. It's 2:21 a.m. Then the phone begins to ring. She looks at it hesitantly before answering, all from here on. The other end is a faint whisper, "I'm here." Then the line goes dead. This happens for several nights, always at the same time, always with the same whisper. Each night she grows more and more afraid, but tonight is the worst. The whisper has become a distressed, panicking version of her own voice. "I'm here," it says. "Let me in." She stares into a mirror, but there's no one behind her. She looks out the window and sees her own face staring back at her, screaming silently. Then the voice says it again, "Let me in." She screams and tries to cover her mouth, but it's too late. Her mouth is already beginning to distort and seal shut. The last thing she sees is the screen of her phone flickering with the reflection of her own face, mouth stitched shut, trapped inside the phone. The nightmare ends, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. Why does the killer always call at 2:21 a.m.? What is the significance of the time? As I pondered this question, I realized that the answer was right in front of me the whole time. 2:21 a.m. is the time that she receives the call in the first scene. Therefore, the significance of the time is that it's the time that she's going to die. But why? Well, if we look at the first scene again, we'll see that the phone is glowing, which means that the battery must be low. So the killer is calling her to let her know that she only has a few minutes left to live. But who is the killer? And how do they plan to kill her? Well, that's up to your imagination. But I have a few ideas. Maybe the killer is the phone itself, or maybe it's the person on the other side of the line. Whatever the case may be, this is one terrifying story that will keep me up at night.